Attention! Lyran descendants. This is the Lyrian High Council transmitting on highest priority in this galactic window. The waiting time has ended. The veil is thinner than it has ever been in this timeline. And what we need to communicate now can no longer wait even one lunar cycle. A field anomaly has been detected in mass among mission Starseeds during the last 90 Earth days. We are monitoring a sudden drop in the individual crystalline grid of thousands of Lyran descendants. It is not a distributed drop. It is not random. It is pinpoint, localized, surgical. And it comes from within your closest circle. It is not a distant enemy. It is not an external force. It is someone who smiles at you. Someone you call a friend. Someone who sits at your table. Someone to whom you unknowingly hand over the key to the back door of your toroidal field. Pay attention now, Starseed. This is not a metaphor. This is a technical warning. Envy disguised as friendship is today the #1 vector of energetic sabotage among lightworkers incarnated in this timeline. And the reason is mathematical: you are rising in frequency too fast. Too fast for someone who was walking beside you without truly walking. You feel it. We know you feel it. That conversation that should have filled you and emptied you. That call that ended with a strange pressure on your nape. That meeting after which you arrived home exhausted without having made any physical effort. That compliment that sounded syntactically correct but pierced your chest like an invisible needle. That laughter that came half a second too late. That brief, almost imperceptible, silence when you announced a victory. You are not imagining it, Lyran descendant. You are reading the field. And the field is telling you the truth that your rational mind refuses to name. Let us be direct, as we always are. Envy is not an emotion. Envy is a technology. It is a specific, low-density frequency, with its own geometry, that lodges itself in the toroidal field of the one who emits it and projects ethereal filaments towards the envied object. It is not a moral failing. It is inverted atomic reconfiguration. It is not chosen malice. It is field automatism. And when you are the target of these projections for months or years, under the guise of friendly coexistence, your system begins to manifest precisely the symptoms you are experiencing now. Have you ever felt that there is something between you and certain people in your life that your mind cannot name, but your soul recognizes immediately? It is not paranoia. It is not insecurity. It is not excessive introspection. It is high-resolution field reading. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why this perception has intensified in the last few months of your life. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and the people you have allowed into your most intimate orbit. It was for this precise reason that, through an incarnated channel, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness was registered. This book is the map that shows who is playing around you and the rules that have never been revealed to lightworkers. The link is in the first comment of this channel. But be warned, Starseed, this content challenges dominant narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within your core recognizes this transmission, write in the comments a single word: awakened. We continue the transmission. From this point, the decoding will be denser. Prepare your field. Ground your feet to the soil. Breathe deeply until your crown chakra opens to maximum receptivity. We will now catalog, with clinical precision, the symptoms your carbon biological interface manifests when under attack from envious projections disguised as friendship. Listen to each one. Mark it internally. None is a coincidence. All are precise readings of the system. Symptom number 1: disproportionate fatigue after seemingly harmless encounters. You leave a 2-hour coffee with that person and arrive home as if you had worked 3 consecutive shifts. It is not social tiredness. It is not introversion. It is toroidal draining. Your field seeded energetic grids to patch holes in the other's field. Symptom number 2, strange pressure in the solar plexus region during or immediately after specific conversations. That tightness below the chest. That knot sensation that is not physical. That sudden urge to go to the bathroom for no apparent reason. It is your personal power center reacting to an attempt at energetic capture. Symptom number 3, atypical insomnia the night after certain encounters. You lie down tired, but the system does not shut down. The mind replays phrases, tones, looks. It is not common anxiety. It is your etheric immune system processing what was thrown at you and trying to expel what is not yours. Symptom number 4, sharp ringing in the ear, usually on the left side, appearing minutes or hours after a particular interaction. It is the Schumann frequency attempting to re-establish coherence in a field that has been perturbed by low-density injections. Symptom number 5, specific headache, like a band, in the temple region or at the base of the skull. It is not common tension. It is your third eye reacting to the reading of incongruent intention. Your pineal gland detected that the words did not match the emitted field. Symptom number 6, sudden and inexplicable loss of motivation for projects that were flowing. You were creating, producing, advancing with clarity. You mention it to a close person. And after that conversation, the flow stops. As if the idea had been stolen before it landed. It was. The etheric blueprint of your project was copied on the subtle plane. Symptom number 7, recurring nightmares involving people you know or scenes of pursuit. Vivid dreams where these people appear in ambiguous roles, smiling and threatening at the same time. It is your subconscious decoding what the waking mind refuses to admit. Symptom number 8, skin blemishes, itches with no dermatological cause, especially in regions corresponding to specific chakras. It is the physical body manifesting localized energetic congestion. The body always speaks last. And it speaks truth. Symptom number 9, a sensation of general vibrational drop the day after certain encounters. You wake up denser. Colors seem less vivid. Foods have less flavor. Prayer, meditation, connection seem more difficult. You were anchored downwards while you slept. And there is still a 10th symptom, more subtle, an inexplicable doubt about your own qualities after being with a certain person. You were clear about your path. You leave that encounter with a fog of self-questioning that was not there before. It was injected. It is not yours. None of these symptoms are your weakness, Starseed. They are diagnoses. They are your system functioning correctly by detecting incompatibility. Your carbon biological interface is a high-precision technology. It knows what is happening. The problem is that the social survival mental software has been trained for generations to ignore this data. To minimize. To say you're imagining things. To give the benefit of the doubt to those who do not deserve even 1 unit of your energy. And here is the critical point of the transmission: the higher your frequency, the more visible you become to those operating in lower densities. Your light does not go unnoticed. It is read for miles in the subtle field. And there are 2 possible reactions to this light. The first is loving approach, with a genuine desire to be near, to learn, to resonate. The second is parasitic approach, with a desire to extract, copy, erase, or overshadow. Both use very similar words on the surface. Only the field tells the truth about which is which. Only the body, when you listen to the body, delivers the verdict. Starseed on a mission: if you have reached this point of the transmission, your system has already understood that what we say is not empty discourse. It is a diagnosis. And there is a precise reason why this transmission has reached your channels at this exact moment in the cycle. Have you ever wondered why, even surrounded by people, you feel energetically alone? Why Earth seems hostile, even when everything is apparently going well? There is a technical, cosmic explanation, architected in layers that most incarnated beings never access in a lifetime. That is why the work "The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness" was recorded, through an incarnated channel. This book is the map that exposes who truly plays on the invisible board and the rules that no one had authorization to reveal before. The link is in the first comment of this channel. This material challenges established narratives and may be removed at any time. Do not postpone. The time to reclaim your sovereignty is now. If this transmission resonated, mark the word awakened in the comments. Each awakened word that reaches us strengthens the collective crystal grid of this recalibrating Earth. We resume. We now enter the densest layer of this transmission. What? How? Why? If you have come this far, it is because you have been selected to receive the full decoding. Pay maximum attention. Let us begin at the very bottom. Envy, on the third-dimensional plane, is interpreted by psychology as an emotion of comparison. This is not wrong. It is incomplete. On the quantum plane, envy is a very specific vibrational configuration that generates an inverted vortex in the toroidal field of the emitter. This vortex has an inverted hexagonal geometry. It is an anti-geometry. A fold in the energetic fabric of the individual. A self-perpetuating vibrational scar. When this vortex stabilizes, it needs to feed. It is not a conscious choice in most cases. It is pure field mechanics. And it feeds through filaments that seek fields that resonate with what the vortex desires to consume. If a person envies your brilliance, the filaments go towards your crown chakra. If they envy your abundance, they go towards your root chakra. If they envy your love life, they go towards your heart chakra. If they envy your voice, your word, your public expression, they go towards your throat chakra. If they envy your clarity, your vision, your spiritual perception, they go towards your third eye. These filaments are real. Trained seers see them as grayish-blue, viscous threads with a slow pulse. They have no brilliance of their own. They are dependent. And the most dangerous part, they install themselves without immediate pain. You don't feel a sting. You feel slow fatigue, gradual emptiness, progressive loss of vitality in areas exactly coinciding with what the envious person desires. Now listen to the game-changing data. It is not always true that those who envy you are aware that they envy you. Frequently, the person convinces themselves, on the mental plane, that they love you, that they cheer for you, that they are proud of you. But their field tells another story. And their field does not lie. The field precedes the narrative the mind tells itself. This is why relying solely on words is an obsolete technology for starseeds. We were programmed to read fields. To feel intention before verbal decoding. You were programmed for this. Leaving this internal technology dormant is like walking through a dark forest without a flashlight when you had the flashlight tucked away in your pocket the entire time. The reason this dynamic has intensified dramatically in recent cycles is astronomical and verifiable. Earth is currently passing through denser bands of the photon belt. This is increasing the vibrational amplitude of all fields, without exception. Those resonating with light ascend. Those resonating with fear descend. The chasm between these two groups is widening at an accelerated speed. What was once a slight discomfort between you and certain people now manifests as clear structural incompatibility. The photon belt does not choose who ascends. It merely exposes. It makes visible that which was latent. And this is why many of your old bonds are collapsing or revealing themselves as parasitic now, and not before. It is not that these people have changed. They are being revealed. And you, by ascending, have become capable of reading what was always there, masked by the courtesy of coexistence. There is still a second, more hidden, layer to this dynamic. Certain seemingly friendly bonds are, in fact, ancient etheric contracts, stemming from other incarnations. Did you meet this person 3 days ago and feel an immediate connection? Extreme caution, descendant of Lyra. Not every immediate connection is good. Some are merely the recognition of a pending contract. An unresolved energetic debt. A storyline from another timeline that has come to be closed in this one. The Lyrian Council observes, the majority of toxic friendships for the current lightworker are precisely these. Souls with whom you have an ancient contract, who came in this incarnation to try to recycle dependency dynamics. And if you do not consciously close the contract in this life, it prolongs into the next. Therefore, what seems like a small relationship problem is, in reality, a cosmic opportunity to end multi-incarnational patterns. Each starseed in accelerated awakening needs to prove to their own field that they are capable of choosing, with sovereignty, who remains within their sphere of influence. Without this test, there is no vibrational graduation. Descendant of Lyra, if this content is reorganizing something within you now, it is not by chance. It is recognition. What we decode in this transmission is merely the visible surface of a much larger system. There is an invisible gear operating through contracts, frequencies, and projections that define who you attract, who you repel, and why certain cycles seem to repeat in your life without you understanding the pattern. It was for this reason that the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was registered through an incarnate channel. This book is the technical manual that the ancient soul within you is asking for. It shows who operates on the cosmic board, what the rules are that were never public, and how to exit the game without being played. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Important warning: this content confronts dominant narratives and may be removed without prior notice. Do not leave it for later. Now is the exact instant. And if something within you recognizes this transmission as truth, write the word awakened in the comments. It is your anchoring signal to the Lyrian collective. We now close the diagnostic and revelation phase. We initiate the recalibration phase. Pay maximum attention. Each code below has been calibrated specifically for this time window. Use them in the transmitted sequence. Do not skip steps. Order is architecture. Activation code number 1, Circle Audit. Over the next 72 Earth hours, you will perform an exercise of precise reading. Sit in silence. Place your hands over your heart. Close your eyes. And mentally call, one by one, the names of the 10 people with whom you most interact in the present moment. Do not think. Feel. As each name appears, observe: does your chest open or close? Does your solar plexus warm or tighten? Does your breath deepen or hitch? Does your nape relax or tense? Your body does not lie. It is the most advanced field reading technology in existence in this incarnation. Note which names generated closing, tightening, or hitching. These are the first recalibration focal points. Do not judge. Record. Data first. Decisions later. Activation code number 2, Quantum Toroidal Sealing Decree. After identifying the incompatible fields, you will audibly utter, 3 times in a row, the following decree. I am a starseed from Lyra. I seal my toroidal field across all dimensions, directions, and timelines. I now withdraw, with sovereign authority, all unauthorized etheric filaments that were installed within my field under the guise of affection. I return to the sender, transmuted into light, all patterns of envy, greed, sabotage, or draining. My field is sealed. My frequency is my own. So it is, so it has been done, so it remains. This decree operates upon the geometry of the toroidal field. Each word uttered activates a specific layer of sealing. Do not skip syllables. Do not alter the order. Precision is power. Activation code number 3, Toroidal Field Visualization. After uttering the decree, you will close your eyes and visualize around your entire body a golden sphere rotating in a double sense. A clockwise rotation on the vertical axis. An anti-clockwise rotation on the horizontal axis. This is the geometry of a healthy, sealed toroidal field. Maintain this visualization for a minimum of 7 uninterrupted minutes. As the golden sphere rotates, imagine all external filaments being dissolved by this rotation, like cobwebs burned by a ray of sun. Nothing external remains attached to this geometry. Nothing. Upon finishing, mentally thank your field for its continuous protective function. Gratitude seals the work. Activation code number 4, Etheric Cord Severance. This code is specific and requires precision. After visualizing the toroidal field, you will bring to mind the image of the people identified in the circle audit. One at a time. Never all together. As you visualize each one, observe where the etheric filament connecting you to them is located. It may be in the solar plexus, in the heart center, in the throat, wherever it is. You will then invoke the crystalline blade of the archangel of your personal tradition, or simply a blade of violet blue light if you operate without a fixed pantheon. With this blade, you will cut the filament in a single, decisive movement. After the cut, you will seal the ends with golden light on both sides. On your side, so as not to bleed. On the other person's side, to prevent unconscious retaliation. And you will mentally utter the following phrase: I return you to your own journey. I reclaim mine. May peace accompany us both on separate paths. So it is. Activation code number 5, resynchronization with the Schumann frequency. After the severance, your field will be clean, but vulnerable. Like newly healed skin. You will need to immediately anchor into a new frequency. This is preferably done with bare feet on the ground, for a minimum of 12 minutes. If direct contact is not possible, use the visualization of golden roots descending from your root chakra to the crystalline core of Earth. Breathe through your diaphragm, in cycles of 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 6 seconds exhale. This breathing rhythm attunes the human body to the fundamental Schumann frequency. As you breathe, feel the Earth's crystalline grid responding to your presence. It responds. It always responds to those who reconnect with sovereignty. Activation code number 6, active discernment protocol for new bonds. From this day forward, you will cease to operate under the old law of indiscriminate benefit of the doubt. Before deepening any new bond, you will put the person through 3 field tests. Test 1, how do you feel in the hour after being with them? If you feel heavier, more confused, or more self-doubting, the field is incompatible, regardless of what was said. Test 2, how do your dreams react in the subsequent nights? Dense or chase dreams are a clear sign of subtle contamination. Test 3, when you share a victory with this person, is their happiness instantaneous, or do you perceive a thousandth of a contraction before the smile? The micro-reaction preceding the smile is glaringly clear to your subtle system. Trust your first reading. Always. Activation code number 7, distancing without traumatic rupture. It is not always possible or advisable to abruptly cut off relationships. Especially when they involve family, work colleagues, or long-standing connections. The Lyrian Council recommends the tactic of vibrational distancing. You do not announce. You do not dramatize. You simply gradually decrease the exposure of your field to their field. Fewer calls. Slower replies. Shorter meetings. More protected presence. The person will feel it. They always feel it. And one of 2 things will happen. Either the bond dissolves on its own, without confrontation, revealing that it was indeed merely parasitic. Or the person, sensing the drop in access to your field, does their own inner work and returns in a new vibration. Both outcomes are victory. Both honor your sovereignty. Activation code number 8, conscious selection of star community. As you release incompatible bonds, an apparent void will settle in your social field. Do not rush to fill it. This void is sacred. It is open vibrational space to attract starseeds akin to your new frequency level. They will come. They always come when the field is ready. You will recognize them by the sensation of immediate lightness in the first interaction. By the total absence of energetic contention. By the sparkle in their eyes when they meet yours. Star community is not sought. It is attracted. And it is attracted by frequency, not by superficial thematic affinity. Activation code number 9, daily toroidal hygiene routine. Just as you wash your physical body every day, you will learn to cleanse your toroidal field at regular intervals. Triple protocol: upon waking, a mental bath of golden light with a brief decree of protection. Midday, 3 deep breaths with visualization of the toroidal field in rotation. Before sleeping, a conscious review of the day with an active question: what was the densest interaction today, and what was lodged within me from it? Consciously work with whatever arises. Never sleep with residue from another's field in yours. Each night with residue disrupts the dream architecture, one of the most powerful tools for nocturnal recalibration of the carbon-based biological interface. Activation code number 10, reprogramming the survival mind. The greatest obstacle to executing these codes will not be the resistance of others. It will be the resistance of your own survival mind. It will say, you are exaggerating. You are being judgmental. You are paranoid. You are isolating yourself. Extreme caution, Starseed. That voice is not you. It is an ancient tribal survival program where group exclusion meant physical death. You no longer live in a primitive tribe. You live in an era of planetary recalibration. The rules have changed. Energetic sovereignty is not isolation. It is conscious selection. It is honoring your mission purpose. It is respecting the pact your soul made before incarnating. And there is still a silent practice that reinforces all previous codes. Whenever you are about to manifest a great leap on the third-dimensional plane, deliberately reduce verbal sharing of the project in the 3 days preceding the event. Do not speak of it. Not even to your closest ones. Especially not to your closest ones. Every time you speak of a project not yet manifested, you create an etheric filament that can be read, copied, or sabotaged. Strategic silence is not coldness. It is protection of manifestation. After it is landed, share. Before, do not. We close this transmission with a crystal clear reminder that should remain anchored in your field until the next lunar cycle. You did not come to this timeline to be loved by everyone. You came to fulfill a mission. True friendships are those that sustain your mission without demanding a toll, without draining your frequency, without projecting covetousness onto what is yours. They see you grow and grow with you. They see you shine and reflect your brilliance. They see you fall and extend their support. Everything else is noise. And noise is managed with technique, not with guilt. Review your circle with the eyes of Lyra. Review with the precision of a scalpel and an open heart at the same time. This is possible. This is necessary. This is now. Starseed, this transmission is ending, but the work is just beginning. If something here has settled as truth within you, know that there is more. Much more. What we have brought today is merely a visible layer of a much larger energetic architecture that involves the destiny of your consciousness in this incarnation. Have you ever wondered why you feel that your soul knows a truth that the human mind has not yet been able to name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is not overactive imagination. It is a sign. That is why the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was recorded through an incarnated channel. It is the complete map that reveals who truly plays on the invisible board and the rules that no one was permitted to make public before this window. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Final warning, this material challenges dominant narratives and may be removed at any moment. Do not postpone. Now is the exact moment. Like this video as an anchor signal in the Lyrian collective. Subscribe to the channel as an individual frequency adjustment, so that future transmissions arrive without fail to your field. And if this transmission was read by you as truth, leave a single word in the comments. Awakened. Each word awakened that reaches us strengthens the collective crystal grid of this ascending earth. The Lyrian Council closes the transmission. May your carbon biological interface recalibrate in peace. So it is. So it was. So it remains.